Hey, what's up? This was almost going to be a live stream, and then I just could not pull the trigger. I don't know. I just couldn't go live. And then I noticed the battery was only 50%, and I thought no one's going to show up anyways. And I thought, just make a dumb video on your own. So, anyways, here I am. Hello, how are you? I sometimes like to check in before numerological portals, and we are creeping up pretty quick to the 8-8 Lions Gate. Today is the 4th, so yeah, pretty quick indeed. And I thought we would pull some cards. So if you're on Spotify, come say hello to me. Check out Herb Oracle. We had a banger of a week of podcasts. We hung out with an archetype called the Escapist, who really brought in some interesting energy. And we ended the week with, a lot of watery emotions and basically walking away with the understanding that everything in your life that's happening right now is a choice. We are choosing all the freaking time. And I think the less we think, the better. So we're allowed to still get divine thoughts, but if you catch yourself thinking, you might be digging yourself a hole. Anyways, you'll just have to check it out. That really didn't sell it very good, but I wanted to come in and maybe on that watery note, pull one of these cards just to see what kind of a water goddess would want to come in. And then I thought to myself, don't I have any lions in the decks? And I kept looking at the unicorn deck. And I sort of laughed because I was like, unicorns, lions, same thing. Then I did remember, this is a wobbly table, then I did remember I do have a very special deck called the Magda Lion. I feel like I have to whisper it. It's so special. The Magda Lion. So, shall I pull a couple cards? Do you want to spend 20 minutes with me? I don't know. I always love it when I'm like kind of tired, and then that's when I get inspired. I wish I could get inspired to do my next Course in Miracles lesson, because we ended in not the best place. We need to definitely move on to the next one. But anyways, let's pull a couple cards from the Water Temple Oracle. This is by Susie Cherub. It's a thick little guidebook. And we will just see what comes forth. So the cool thing about the Escapist was she really was holding back a dam, D-A-M, of water behind her, representing all her repressed emotions. And we do need to let out our emotions. If not, you could flood. You could flood the whole town if you don't regularly let it out or at least process it. So we're coming in with a very intellectual card from Goddess Minerva to harness our full potential. So the other thing that we talked about this week at Herb Oracle, hold on, I want to be her just for a minute. There we go. We talked about more discipline in our life and being more like, okay, I have read all these books. I've learned all these techniques. I really know what I need to do. Where's my discipline? Where's my willpower? Today we did horsepower with one of our pick-a-piles. And yeah, harnessing our full potential. Are you meditating? Are you journaling? Are you creating space? That was another big theme for us this week. Creating space to let new ideas come in, to give yourself, you can't keep pouring water into your teacup. Like at some point you have to take some out before you put new tea in. Like you have to create space. You need to empty out your mind. You need to harness your full potential. So you know if you are or not. The JB inside of me says you're not. You're not. You're definitely not harnessing your full potential. Not at all. So it really is like a time to step up and do more and be more of your true self. Not just like, oh, say, yeah, I should meditate. No, actually, why don't you meditate? Why don't you put into practice disciplining your mind, being on top of your vibration, your frequency, catching yourself when it starts to dip and be like, oh, there we go. And then really activating more of that priestess energy within you, or magician energy within you, whichever you're comfortable. I always think I'm talking to a room full of women. And then I check out my analytics. So whatever words are more comfortable with you. So I just sort of had a little laugh there with Goddess Minerva. She really is wanting us to activate and focus in. So what is preventing us from doing this? Is it a heart wound? Are we stuck in grief? Can we move forward? Lord Shiva is coming in with super masculine energy for my dudes. With a message of uniting with sacred synergy. So first of all, know your blockages, know where you still need to heal. Your holes, all they need is a W, and they can become whole again. Well, I think vocabulary is really interesting. You know, you can have a heartbreak, which literally puts a hole in your, aura or whatever, HOLE. We just need to throw that W in front of it for you to become whole again. So thank you for my healing. There's a little glimpse of Mother Mary down there and a fat happy Buddha up there. So don't be afraid of what's in there, and don't be afraid of what you need to let go. You letting go of that will help activate and step into your full potential and more of a divine union, a divine synergy. So, it's sort of like once you can get past that heart stuff that might be holding you back, you can get more into kind of transcending the emotional realm and getting into your third eye area, your wise area, your wisdom area, your intuition area, and have a good balance within you of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So what that means is you are not ruled by your emotions, or you're not ruled by just like a pushy willpower either. You're sensitive, but you're not overly sensitive. You're driven, but you're not like stampeding anyone down and being too brute to get what you want. So I unite with sacred energy, divine fusion into this divine intelligence. And just really letting yourself, allow yourself to listen to your own wisdom. All right, so on that note, we need a unicorn from Diana Cooper. Just a unicorn, because 8-8 Lionsgate, let's pull a unicorn. So the 8-8 Lionsgate is like a very popular yearly portal. Take it for what you will, but I think our expectations put us in a state of allowance and sort of summon us to more energy. So let's get a unicorn. I just really wanted to say hi. I had a few minutes here to kill. I didn't want to take a nap. The sun's shining. It's been a real watery day too, of just rain and then sun. So divine sight. So number 7 coming in, divine sight. This is the third eye. Again, what we're talking about. This is seeing all beings as divine beings. So even if someone is not who you think you want them to be, or they're just really different from you, you can see them through the eyes of the divine and understand that they have consciousness, they are divine, they are from the same source. It will help you let go of judging others. See the divine in everyone. Divine sight. So this is really cool now, coming in with these characters, because they're not going to be brought down by judgment. They're at a whole different place in their life. And once you start seeing people more so like that, you can almost forgive them easier and better. So yes, these people seem to be kind of like in a jail or something, right? So let's say these are people that have done you wrong. You know, they've hurt you. How do you get past that? Well, they were here to teach me a lesson, not because I was bad, but because my soul wanted to learn something from them. Everybody's teaching you something. You can always learn something. So you start to see with more divine eyes, like, what is this teaching me? How did I grow from this? Like, wow. There's like, you know, the idea that before we came here in these bodies, we got together and we were like, hey, will you do this for me? Will you do that for me? We had soul contracts. So when you start to see that maybe those people that hurt you, it was a soul contract, you can kind of then step into more divine sight. Okay. So this is just a quickie. That's why I almost wanted to do a live stream to have more interaction. But then the last time I did a live stream, not too many people showed up. So this is wrapped in silk. This is the Magdalene. So we will get our 8/8 Lion's Gate message through this oracle here. This is by Sharanda and Kumara. And it is a very beautiful deck. Definitely a lot of sexual energy in this deck. Like so. Just heads up. Which might be exactly what you're stepping into more with this 8/8 Lion's Gate, because it really is ready to come through. All right, the message for the 8/8 Lion's Gate from the Magdalene Oracle. Yep, heal in the sun. We've got Sun Goddess and God and Goddess Helios and Vesta. So connecting with your divine counterpart. We saw Shiva and we saw the goddess. Here they are again. I don't even know what to say other than go outside and get your activations. This weekend's going to be gorgeous and hot, and it's okay to get some sunshine. She finds him within the Starlight Retreat and Twin Flames Original Essence. So between these three cards, it is definite. I mean, I was kind of feeling that message that the 8/8 Lion's Gate was going to bring in some Kundalini and sexual energy, but I was sort of hesitant to say that. But now, yep, that is absolutely what's happening. We are feeling very much connected maybe to someone or our divine sexuality, and that's absolutely good and okay. So the original innocence, the twin flames, that twin flame energy, I've never really dabbled in much of like twin flame reading or twin flame energy. I think that I probably am with my divine counterpart, and that feels amazing because, you know, you're balanced and supported on all levels, and you can come together in a sacred way, balancing each other's energy, supporting each other. It's not so much like soulmates anymore, like learning harsh lessons. It really is from the higher heart. So whenever you do find that, you will certainly know it. You'll activate, you know, a lot in here. So I would say the 8/8 Lion's Gate is definitely going to bring together a nice balance of divine, feminine, and masculine. She finds him within Starlight Retreat. So another message is, even if you're not with someone physically, you have access to that balance within you. So before you can manifest outside of you, you really do have to feel it inside of you. So if you're feeling lack, like you're missing someone from your life, that's not going to actually bring you what you want. That's going to bring you a problem, actually. So you need to feel complete and whole and loved and loving, and then you can bring in someone who truly completes you. But feel it inside of you. Feel that divine counterpart inside of you. Feel whole, feel complete, feel like nothing is missing, whether or not you're hanging out like this or you're hanging out like this. These two people are standalone, 100% absolutely okay. Together, there's a lot of power there, but it has to be whole and complete power. If not, one will like energetically feed off the other, and that's when people get hurt. That's when it's just another lesson you got to learn in your life, and you'll get really good at forgiving. But I feel like a lot of people with this 8/8 Lionsgate energy, they're freaking done with that. They're so over it. They're ready. They are ready for this. They are ready for their original innocence. They are ready for their divine counterpart. They're ready to not only step into an expanded consciousness independently, but as a co-creation with another person who is ready. Ready, ready, ready. Is that it? Is that the message? Can I get another unicorn? You know, it's funny, like, the difference between making a video and talking on my morning podcast. I just talk so much better whenever we're not face to face. It's just something the way it is. So be receptive to new ideas. All right. Be receptive to new ideas as you enjoy August. You really need to enjoy August, but this being receptive to new ideas, you really do need to clear space. There really is a rainbow beyond the clouds. So once again, that just takes me back to anyone who's listening, who's just doing their work. That just felt heavy there for a second. There really is a rainbow. It's just beyond the clouds. We talked about that this week too at Herbal Oracle, breaking through that threshold. Oh, I hear the ice cream truck. Breaking through that threshold. You're so close. You're so close. You just have to take out the arrow. That Zen. Oh, I want to tell you about a book and then I'm done. This reading's over. You can leave now. But for those who want to stay for a book recommendation, this book, Don't Believe Everything You Think, had a really good story about, whenever you get hurt, there's actually two arrows. There's the initial arrow that punctured you and hurt you, but then there's a second arrow that's optional. So the second arrow is the suffering that you still have from that first initial arrow. So yeah, arrows, they get shot in your heart. Okay, it hurts. But then you're the one who thinks about it over and over again, relives it, feels bad about it, feels betrayed, feels hurt. You're going to get to the point where you're going to realize that is optional. Okay, things happen, sure. But whether or not you want to continue to let it wound you, that's going to be your choice. So that might be something positive to look forward to, especially if you're tired of hurting. Okay, that's it. This book is from Joseph That Word, and it was really good, and you can literally read it in a sitting, and I think that's the way it was intended because it's certainly one that you'd want to read again and again. It's that good. Yeah. All right. Happy Lionsgate.